There we go. Alright. This is OFCRA's ticket. And then I need a new sticky note for FNFs. And that's going to be for recording timestamps for, well, if and when funny things happen. But regardless, we'll see how things go. Looks like most of the player base is sorted. Let me check the top numbers here. Yeah, should be good. And we'll let things carry out as if no delay. Good. We should be live. As long as the server aren't doing anything, or the servers aren't doing anything silly. Let's see. And then in an hour and a half, I gotta take another regimen of medication. Lovely. Still sick, but I think I'm getting over it, so should be back on track by next week with everything. Should be in the keyword, though. Oh, I feel like I should be having a migraine right now, but the medication's stopping it. What a weird feeling. It's like you know it's there, and yet it's not hitting you. I didn't have the flu. No, I had tonsillitis. No, I still have it, but it's coming on the tail end of it finally, I think. That or just my medication is really good. Who knows? Anyway, guys, we got FNF to cover tonight. I've also got a Warhammer 40k up to play, and then in the background, I'm working on something which will be announced tomorrow.
Team 6 now.
I feel like I did this last week, complaining time goes too fast.
Mod, I feel the same way in all honesty. It was 64 months, now it's 65 at T3. What, 12, 24? Yeah, it's 5 months in on the, 6th year. It'll be 6 years total. Good God. Thank you so much for the T3 sub, and thank you for everything you do, both on the channel, specifically the Twitch page and the Discord. I know you and the other moderators do quite a bit for me when I'm not around, and I do appreciate it. Seriously, without you guys, this would all not be possible. I would have been thrown to the wolves for maintenance for forever. But otherwise, again, hope you keep enjoying everything, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this FNF stream. But I hope you're all doing A-okay. Doopy. Why does that name just sound so funny? How are you doing, my man? Or woman? I don't know. I've learned not to... Just use both if I don't know. Or them, they, whatever. Otherwise, people get mad. Drippy, I'm sorry to hear you're having a bunch of losses, man. It happens. Could be worse, though. You could be sick right now, too, on top of it. Really mess you up, but hope everything's okay with you, and hope you're able to bounce back from it, man. Seriously, I know it sucks. I've had my own losses even recently, and you just gotta carry forward and move on, because if you don't, it will consume you, no matter how insignificant it might look to other people. So just carry on, man. Best you can do. Hope you have people that you can turn to. They really do help out. But anyway, that's enough doom and gloom. Let's carry on to the main event. Guys, if I'm going to be a little slow today compared to other streams. Again, still sick. Just because I'm on medication doesn't take away from the fact that my body is kind of after right now. So, you know, just be patient with me. And hopefully by next week, I should be good to go. But, you know, c'est la vie. We'll see. I just hate being sick. But this is round 1 of FNF. When we get into the mission, I'll put up a prediction, or one of my mods will, between Green 4 attacking and Blue 4 defending. And we'll see how things go. Not sure if I said defending there. I think I said defend, and then my brain just thought I completed the rest of that. But otherwise, this is a simple AO here on Mutumbara, which is a small map. It came out on more of, you know, recently, compared to ones that have been here for, you know, a decade even. But regardless, Green 4 is going to be having a choice to start between 3 MSRs to the north. Blue 4 going to be defending 2 sectors. In this town, looks like we don't have anything on deform or anything special going on. It just appears to be these 2 sectors here. They also have a patrol base up here, which I think is just going to serve as a potential forward position, but with Green 4 coming off on 3 different MSRs, I'm going to be honest, this AO for me is kind of simple. Green 4, just have everyone spawn right there, and then, you know, right to left, avoid that patrol base, and you can just hit the sectors early on, get a nice line formation going in. You can have forces bypass, hit Sector 2 if Sector 1 is too well defended, and then encircle and eliminate the first sector. I think the only additional things is Blue 4 doesn't have any assets. They only have extra ammo back at base, so they can you know, go a little heavier on their machine guns. Green 4 has a BRDM and a technical. Technical kind of useless in this terrain. BRDM could be useful, but I mean, yeah, no, you got some hilltops up here that are in the 200s. You could put the BRDM up here and snipe with it, but beyond that, not really much to work with there. But we do have a full server today, so we'll have to see how that goes. You're going to hear everyone in the TFAR channel right now going through. That's 124 players on right now. It's round 1 mod addict, actually. There's something I'm working on. It'll be announced tomorrow. Still can't publicly talk about it till tomorrow when it's publicly announced. I've been trying to get done. It's been done for a while, but there's a difference in being done and being polished. And this one, in my opinion, needed a lot of polish. And then I over-polished it and realized the frame rate was trash, so I had to then revert back, and that's always a pain in the ass. But you'll see what I mean. I'm not even doing my normal segue in which I hint at what it is. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I've been working on that since the morning, and I woke up at 11 today, so it's been about 4 or 5 hours of work, which, 24 hours of testing, you know? But anyway, let's go ahead and look at our breakdown here. Just a simple ad sector, no breakdown, no background. A 2-kilometer view distance, build points at 155 for reference. Usually that number is 125 is considered the default. That just allows the defenders to build fortifications. Medium anti-tank settings, 2 per side, is SMA for Blue 4, RPG 32 for Op 4. That has its own squad. Blue 4 is going to be Marine Force Recon kits. Defending their marksman rifle is going to be a Mark 11 20-round 7.62 by 51 NATO rifle. Primary weapons are either going to be the M4A1 or the M27 IAR. Difference is the M27 has full auto. The M4 has only burst fire. Fun fact, the reason they made most M4s burst is because of what happened in Vietnam. Too many GIs would go full auto on their gun and burn all their ammo and get picked off, so military is like, hey, let's fix that issue by taking it away, put it on burst instead. Anyway, fun fact of the day. M9 Beretta for their secondary, M249 for the light machine gunner, M240 Gulf for the medium machine gunners. Light anti-tank is going to be the M136. Crew and aviation doesn't matter. They don't have any of those assets today. Nothing on crew served weapons, nothing on assets. They just get additional ammo in that cargo container there.
Where's Bravo?
All right. Curie is going to be commanding from TSB. Mackenzie is going to be his 2IC. Kabubi is going to be leading Alpha's squad. Duke going to be the 2IC. Steve being the marksman. There you see with the Mark 11 there. Ellie being Alpha 1's lead with Mogsy, Towner, Ozzy, Bonkers, Avdolsky, and Beats. Oddball. Oh, interesting. There's no Alpha 2. Wow, we have a full server. No Alpha 2. Interesting. Oddball leading Bravo. They might have merged parts of Alpha 1 with Alpha 2 together. Again, I'm looking at the sizes, and nope, that's just standard Alpha 1. Interesting. Oddball leading Bravo. Bravo's 2IC is Alexander. Stefan being the medic for Bravo. They're not taking a marksman slot. Sticks leading Bravo 1 with Sergicat, Kingsman, Ruba, Night Owl, Real Jamie, and Hash. Roofy leading Bravo 2 with Arcane, who is on the multi, by the way. Atuskin, Wise, Holton, Oblivious Ninja, and Thompson. Heartsier leading Charlie. No 2IC. Instead, he's taking Reposo as a marksman. Charlie 1 as just Ant, Nicholas, Laboy, and Rodig. All together in Charlie 1, no leadership. Popsy leading Charlie 2 with Games Kropa, Yuru, Daiwadox, Likurfus, and Leziak. Shy leading Delta with Patriot, leading Delta 1 with Seasmo, Olaf, and Casey. Delta 2 has Solek with Skipu, Albert Q, Pingus, and Rulabuis. Interesting name choice. Otherwise, gonna take a quick hydrate here. M4A1 also has full auto. M4 is the burst. Gotcha, Doopy. I didn't know that. Thank you. I'm also putting down the FNF command. Just in case anyone's curious, you can't come in as solo players, fun fact. And if you get in right now, you'll be able to make it in time for rounds 2 and 3 because they have their own mod set, their own policy on Discord and whatnot you have to read up on. But that is that. Otherwise, Green 4.
Keep up the content with you.
Ironically, they're in the spot that I figured would be the best one for them. But Rebel, thanks for the 8-month resub. I will do my best, rain or shine, in sickness and in health, to keep the content going, like right now. But thank you so much. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Again, thank you for the 8-month resub. Green 4 are going to be African Militia, Desert Kits. Loadouts are going to be AK-74, and, well, modernized AK-74s, interesting, or AKSs. MP4 for 3 Garages, their secondary. RPK for the light machine gunners. PKP for the medium machine gunners. RPG 7v2 for the light anti-tank. And then crew and aviation actually does matter because they have BRDMs, either choice of a PB-2000 or an AKS. Nothing on crew served weapons. Their assets include their technical, which is a Rebel Helix. That Dishka, they can only turn 45 degrees on the left or right. Oh, they have inventory items in there now listed. Cool. And then the BRDM, which has both the 14.5mm and the 7.62. They also have 4 transport dirt bikes, 2 Land Rovers, 1 off-road, and 1 Kraz. It shows me they don't actually have enough transport to move everyone down the route. And the transports might be spread out across, yeah, Some people are going to have to fucking walk. That's going to be a long-ass walk, too. They're going to have to actually ferry people with the transport trucks. Okay. That's funny, Mal. Yeah, usually the Vics are empty, but in this case, I guess they just didn't clear them. But yeah, they're going to have to ferry people, which is quite interesting. Otherwise, Green Force Commander is going to be Depso. Depso. I always want to put an extra syllable in his name, because that's why I was calling him Despacito, but yeah. Anyway, Sayak is his 2IC, Timek has the 3IC, Pierce leading Alpha with Mike and Solomon. Mike is the marksman, Solomon is going to be the medic, no 2IC. Alpha 1 being led by Tempest with Fonz and Ivno under him. Pro Hunter leading Alpha 2 with Gogu, Camreb, Crazy, Aim at the Balls. He censored Balls, cute, and Lacey under him. Ash leading Bravo with Wheaton as the 2IC. Eric as the marksman. Banks as the medic. Bluck leading Bravo 1 with Vex and Shay. Sidium, Pogo _ Swola, and Kermit. Nasta leading Bravo 2 with Nagano, Draco, N1, Albert, Ezio, and Caesar. Kazuo leading Charlie with Max as the 2IC. Nemesis as the marksman. Flying Finn as the medic. Yanni Finn leading Charlie 1 with Cats, Grav, Leander, Azariah, Whiplash, and DJ. Nimia leading Charlie 2 with Cullis Burton, Jobby, Nafs, Dobbs, and Zombie Forever. Delta being led by Norris with Harrington as the medic. Delta 1 be led by Andriri with Taurus, Bard, and Workus under him. Ilbanek saying, or no, Ibek. No, Iqbal. Oh my god, I'm confused. His name was someone else. Iqbal leading Delta 2 with Pregans. That's funny. Sadawi and the Dying Bush. And then Gamma 1, which is going to be the BRDM crew, is going to be Cholt and Gordon together.
If you don't have enough Vics, tell me and I'll spawn cars or trucks or whatever you need to get in.
Yeah, there's not enough.
Yeah, I know. There are
Send
Vics at other safe zones, so whatever's left over, I will spawn.
Hope you're
cars
feeling
or, like,
better today.
for if they're wanted.
So, as I mentioned, now you got Malin.
So I'm gonna have to wait till you guys.
Oh, he's saying he's spawning vehicles in because they weren't expecting a full server. That's fair. But yeah, they're going to add more Vics because they weren't expecting to have a full server today, which I give them that. FNF usually has only been around 100 people for the past few months. Today it jumped up to 124. Don't know why. But, you know, that it be like that sometimes. It just goes to show when you have public weekly events like these, you really can't tell how many people are going to show up when, for what reason, at what time. So we'll see how things go. I'd assume TSB is blue for /E because we see Kiri in command, but I haven't really seen a lot of TSB names on here, so I can't tell you, to be perfectly honest. Rakaneko, thank you for the 6-month resub. I think I'm feeling a bit better today, but that's also because I have new medication I got yesterday, and then I got a new prescription filled today that I'll go get, and we'll see how things go. But they were supposed to shoot me a message when it was ready, and I have not received one yet, so that's a little annoying. But I also have a shit ton of Discord messages here, but no missed calls, so yeah, they never filled it. But anyway. Nonetheless, thanks for the 6-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this one. Excuse me. I don't see any Papega Pirates on today. So it looks like they're skipping out today, which is fine. We do have Scandia Recon in force today. They're going to be on green 4. Pierce is also on green 4, and the only reason I mentioned him is because there's a significant chunk at you that always bet against him. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, now that I know green 4 isn't going to have to completely move everyone via ferrying people in and on foot, they're going to be forced to divide everything, which is kind of weird because they have a 4 motorcycle thing here, which I don't know who this is for because there's no X-ray. There's no reason to have these 4 motorcycles here because X-ray used to be a recon group both sides had, but they don't have those anymore, so I feel like this is just lone wolf bait to ban, but, you know, that's just me. And then we've got like a full squad worth of vehicles right here between a command team of 4 and then both squads getting one of those. So one squad's going to have to be forced to move down that way. 4 people on another route and then everyone else coming down here. But I still think green 4 coming down here, maybe doing an earlier dismount to move their BRDM and their infantry force to take this ridge right here. And then the rest of the infantry, you know, just attacking down here would be the best bet. BRDM, if it's put up here, can, you know, snipe things down there with its heavy caliber turret. And then this is the first AO to secure at Sector 1. And then all they have to do is then push over here, and I believe this is Sector 2, right? Yeah. So even with a full server in mind, this will be interesting because we haven't seen a full server in a while. So I'm going to be curious to see how player bases do and the AOs do with a full server in mind, because that's your maximum cap of players. So that's the maximum level of balance you need. So even with 2 sectors, looks like the players are going to be focusing on having 2 groups outside, 1 at the patrol base, which I'm going to be honest, this is just completely out of position to do any real good support to any other group. It's only fair for maybe a marksman to plink at the position from another side, but it's a position. I think it's a bit of waste for infantry, but yeah. 4 motorcycles can ferry 8 men, so that's like half a full squad, presumably set for, expecting not a full server. Makes sense, Slushy. Makes sense. But 8 men to come down from over there, I don't know. I feel like that's a silly idea to have individual elements go off on their own, but that's just me. That is just me. I don't really see anything else Green 4 could do otherwise, other than doing that simple, you know, right to left strategy. If they were to even go on the other side, I mean, it would be the same thing. Just dismount your guys early on, have some of them pull around. We got Flux connecting. He's a member of Papega, might be joining as a solo guy. Take this position if you want, and then have that as Overwatch, and then, you know, hit sectors 2 and 1, same deal. That's fair, Slushy. They are kind of loud, but when's the last time you ever saw an actual distraction play? Because the last time I saw that was a helicopter flying around in a Cherno mission last week, and then it was shot down by its own side, which was funny because that was the only side with helicopters. And everyone spawned next to the helicopters. So it's like, why did you shoot down what you saw earlier in Safe Start, you goober? But, you know, you don't want to distract your own side as well, right, Slushy? That would be silly. Otherwise, we got a few minutes left. Feel free to place your bets. I know, once in a while they do pull it off, but also once in a while we see a player base completely rush into the AO blind and get murdered without doing proper recon. Once in a while I see someone headshot their friend because they decided to stand up in front of them for some silly reason. Once in a while I see random vehicles explode, killing half the player base going into the AO. Once in a while is not the best thing to rely on, per se. Because yes, it'll happen, but once in a while, you know, that's anyone's guess. I mean, that's why I write timestamps down for highlight making. Once in a while is what we chase for, admittedly. But once in a while is once in a while. Not the restart incident. Once in a while, the defender blows up their own computer with a satchel charge. Don't even get me started about that. That was hilarious. Third round, Scandi Recon for the clutch. They fumble it, only to be saved by the defending faction's incompetence. Yeah, then once in a while, I'm grabbing a bottle of vodka. Exactly, Slushy. I drink too, but I'm not allowed to drink while I have this medication. Otherwise, it damages my liver. So I can't. All right, there's mission start. Yeah, Green Force still loading people up because of, they were trying to figure out how many people to bring. We got some extra trucks back here, so it looks like they're going to take everyone on these vehicles and move them out, but they might need to take an additional truck. They might leave the techie, though, or Command's going to take the techie, one of the two. Meds for tonsillitis. I went to the doctor yesterday. They did a strep test. Wasn't strep. They did, yeah. So they don't think it's bacterial, they think it's viral, in which case they can only give me medication for the pain and, you know, let my body fight it off naturally. But usually countries like that don't matter. All I can tell you is that Blue 4 are American-based kits and Green 4 are African insurgent-based kits. But, you know, some ops, they do specific countries, but in the breakdown of everything, we're just given this information. Yeah, so they're not going to take the techie. I kind of agree with that call as well. It's not really the best thing to have, so... It's not a vanilla AK. They're using AK-74Ms, which are from RHS AFRF, Armed Forces of the Russian Federation. So what are these two chuckleheads doing? You got Purton back here, and then you have Dying Bush. You're gonna walk it. Good for you. I mean, you could literally take a vehicle, but go for it. Gotta get his steps in, sure. Why not? And then we have Alpha, which has also decided to walk. Yeah, this is going to be a long freaking round, that's for sure. But it looks like they're bringing the truck back to ferry more people in. But, well, this should be interesting. It's only like 2 clicks. Yeah, but... yeah, it's more like 3, actually. But who's counting? Yeah, if it was OFCRA, they'd have an hour and a half. F&F rounds are only 50 minutes, so you got to get to the action a bit quicker. I remember like a year and a half ago when F&F started hitting 124 players, and that was like, wow, that's the biggest thing I've seen. And, you know, last week we just came off of 220 in the Russian communities. It's like... looking at F&F right now in its prime and, you know, the maximum players it can be, I dare say it's slightly underwhelming. But this is the staple, you know what I mean? Like, this is the average. This is the pinnacle, I would say, of, you know, stable PvP. Because, you know, anything, you know, past 120 is... not as stable as we would like, but I mean, even saying that, for a game that even the devs admitted they didn't think people would push it past 16 players. Meanwhile, we've seen up to 220. I've seen up to 150 on King of the Hill servers. I mean, it's crazy what this game can do now. All thanks to a bunch of people tinkering with its code. Yeah, way back when, in like 2013, they didn't think people would be able to push it past 16 players. But I mean, that was almost a freaking decade ago. So, lots happened. So Green 4 are doing some really far dismounting here, and they're doing a lot of different ingress patterns, which concerns me a bit. But Blue 4 only have a handful of defenders up to the north. So I could see Green 4 easily bypassing these lines, then directly attacking the sectors. This force on the left only has to bypass about an entire team's worth of guys. And again, this is FNF teams, so the teams are like, 8 players. And then they bypass, put support down, go down and capture Sector 2, and then can flank in. I feel like we're going to end up seeing Green 4 surround Sector 1 and push in. Blue 4's only hope is Green 4 screwing up in their coordination and sending forces out that are unsupported, and those unsupported assets get torn apart by the defenders. Oh boy. This is going to be a bit of a long setup, though. That's, again, I don't mind it. It's just, normally when we have long setup, that it goes to me to entertain you guys, but since I'm under the weather today, it's not the best time to do it, Plus, I'm pooped. There's going to be something really cool being announced tomorrow that, put a lot of effort into over the past 2 months, especially today. Did a lot of polishing and then had to unpolish because of frames. Why is there a wounded guy back here? What did you do? Are they trying to get up to the rooftop area, or? Oh, they're just garrisoning this building.
Bueno, te cubro la pierna izquierda. Sí, sí. Ahora la pierna derecha. Y ahora te voy a la cabeza.
¿Te pongo en algún sitio? ¿Te pongo un brazo?
No, me voy a poner aquí a un torniquete.
Is that a misfire somewhere around here? But again, this is just going to be a long walk. We'll see contact maybe in 5 minutes, though, with this group going ahead. I do appreciate Blue 4 making a nice stretched out defensive line here, but if it is directly challenged by a squad, especially on a flanking position, this line is going to fall apart. Plus, with all routes considered, the way Blue 4 has deployed themselves, they're leaving themselves open for anything sweeping on the, southern sides of the map, which we see a defensive line right here to stop anything going around on the southernmost side. This group watching the northernmost MSR right here, or I guess the centralmost, since there was a spawn point either here, I think it was up here actually. So this line to defend against anything coming in from that direction. So they might spot that group coming down.
But as long as we stay...
But it's exposed on the flank.
Heard, mark it. Yeah, I see it. It's looking towards us.
Yeah, so they see those forces
Range
out
is
there.
650. Range 600. Range
650 meters out. And then, yeah, these guys up here. These guys are going to get into extended firefight, which is just going to promote Blue 4 to entrench. And then this massive group is just going to sweep them right to left. This group's going to get pushed by this much more large group here. And then what concerns me... Actually, no, this is an open hillside. That would be really hard for Green 4 to come down and fight that position. But now you got the long-range shots raining out here. That's pulling everything back. But this is a great flanking maneuver that Green 4 is going to do to sweep out that line. And yeah, these guys they spotted up there. Green 4 needs to put a flanking force down to hit that position as well. Because the amount of forces that are up here compared to what's down there is definitely, in terms of just keeping this as an extended firefight, in Blue 4's favor, because it nullifies those numbers from being somewhere else, essentially. Put differently, because there's so many people up there, if they stay up here, they're not anywhere else doing stuff, which means Blue 4 is going to have a better number advantage on defending, and that's going to help them out more. We're seeing some great long-range shooting from someone who's now being suppressed by the PRDM. Yeah, it's a 240 Bravo. But as I predicted with this asset, if they just put it up high, it'll be able to easily do its job. Now we're just waiting for that force to go in and sweep that side. Hopefully there's no friendly fire. This team, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to send at least one group around on the far left side and flank around. But even then, not a lot of room to do it. They could go in the low ground right here and then get right on top of this position. But that's going to take them a little while. And now you got other elements starting to break off right. We'll see how the opening casualties are, but it looks like Delta's now opting to pull back. Yeah, right, no friendly fire is something to hope for. The amount of PvP friendly fire we see. Here comes NASA on the flank, timing a grenade. Threw it short, so he reverts to firing his rifle, but he manages to get them both. They didn't notice. Caught on a reload. He hears him reloading. Manages to get him as he finishes the reload and puts a shot out. So that's 4 people wiped, 3 kills for NASA. This is round 1. I mean, that's smart. You can't friendly fire if your flanking force gets pulled away. But 4 free kills right there for no casualties. I mean, that's a great start for Green 4, wiping most of Delta 2 here. Rest of Delta spread out right here with the exception of, wait. Why do you have -2 kills? Who did you... Why is Kropa and Popsy dead if you... Oh, I agree. That was perfect hammer and anvil up there, but... They lost a bet and got executed. Okay. Sure. We'll accept that. So Blue 4 has 6 KIA right now. How interesting. Alpha now getting pinned by 2 fortified positions. I don't know why they decided to move down here. This is the most obvious ambush alley area because of these two positions, but by golly, Green 4 just had to try it. Well, yeah, I was expecting Green 4 to friendly fire, not Blue 4 to kill themselves on the friendly fire. So we have the entirety of Charlie doing this massive flank around to get right on top of this position. Blue 4 doesn't have really anything watching their 6 here. Got some smoke thrown really far up. That could have been from a GL round. It's a massive wave of Bravo, though. And we got one Blue 4 guy.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh.
Hello? 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 Maybe? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Let's give him a warm welcome,
Weird.
shall we?
Well, I'm sure nothing bad is happening over there. Anyway. Yes, Seb. We'll blame it on radio issues. Anyway, Blue 4 trying to hold up here with Alpha 1. Rest of Blue 4 Delta has pulled down. Still trying to get on position to flank in this valleyway. Marksman now attempting to lead shots.
I don't know how it happened.
Is he singing?
Yeah, you go. I'm gonna let
So these guys quickly popping smoke. This is going to pull Blue 4 to fortify that line, but hold on, we got some security from the base all the way down here, pinning Scandi Recon, and that's going to alert the Blue 4 defensive line here that they're being pushed. So we'll see if they pull back. He's still over here?
I do screen and I just 1 second.
Okay.
Pink man. Alright, we got Green 4 moving up right here. Hoping they don't start shooting each other right here. That'd be kind of awkward. Yeah, so I think Blue 4 knows Green 4 is pushing up here. Oh, we have a down Blue 4 guy out here. Crossfire suppression, smoke's being popped. These guys are a bit slow to move now. They're taking on the ridge. 33 minutes remaining as well. These guys calling eyes on. They have targets. Oh boy. His gun's not going low enough. He takes AT fire and he gets blown away. They put a rocket in there. Good use of AT there. Some of the grenades are getting caught in the barbed wire though, and they're blowing themselves up, which is kind of funny. Oh boy. Everyone's up there. A lot of blind fire going out as well. that just happened. You heard Pro Hunter say hi to him, and he didn't say hi back, so Pro Hunter shot him. Okay. Yeah, this place is just getting swarmed at this point. As expected.
He's knocking me off coming back upstairs.
Oh, man. .249 just suppressing out the doorway.
Yes, and
Wow, oh, no, his symbol disappeared from me. I'm like, wow, the grenade actually got him. Woo! Woo! 249 point blank, bro.
Aussie.
Your buddy died. It's up to you now.
Anyone up?
Will Mogsy channel his inner Adriano and save the sector. That's not even an objective from Green 4 hands. Find out in 20 seconds or less. How did you... Mogsy somehow taking out Kazul from beyond the grave by weapon glitching him out of the bunker. Okay. That's just brilliant. That's just freaking brilliant. Alright, we'll take it. How's my man roll? Is he still okay? Yes, he is. Excellent. He's holding the corner. Delta with command up here in Bravo 1, holding there. Bravo 2 and regular Bravo, the team element lead, is going to come around on the side. These guys will eventually go down to that sector. You gotta respect the 249 though. Just blind firing up there, man. This is just a suppression fight in all honesty, but let's look at the skull count. We actually have a few people out here that have been taken out. Wow, 2 guys all the way in the back line. Everyone else, I think, was up in that bunker area is down. BRDM is now in a position here to start trying to flank. I don't think it's gotten any kills, but hey, they're trying. They can at least do some pretty heavy suppression. We got a guy down right here that actually might have just been picked off. Meanwhile, for Green 4, we have Nim, Jabby, and Zombie. They died out here, probably to grenade fire. Cats and Yanni also down. Gogu also died in that breach. Solomon as well, but no one on Green 4 has died on this left flank. So we'll see how long the long range hold can happen here. We'll see if there's a vehicle rush down to the other sector. We'll see if Green 4 also starts bombarding with AT. Yeah, so he's using his binos to sight out who's here.
Добре, там ззаді бункерок. Добре. По бункеру, треба по бункеру попрацювати. 550 метрів, азимут 200. Лівіше, Баркас, лівіше.
They're really trying to get that one guy in the bunker back there. They keep landing shots around him, but it's not enough. AT, we just heard land somewhere. And you got some blue 4 elements coming out over here, possibly predicting that green 4's coming around on that side. Meanwhile, checking the BRDM, I thought it was loading up people to move to the first sector there, but it's not. Guys are just laying low right now, waiting to see if they can pick off anyone coming down the ridge, because they're expecting Green 4 to do a suicide charge down, which, I'm going to be honest, based off of the history of FNF, isn't a bad thing to guess. There's been plenty of suicide charges in FNF. Just look at all the fire going back and forth here. Ooh, Mr. Perfect Jeff, thanks for the 10-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, the marksmen are trying to pick off who they can here, but it's just too far of a range for them to get any accurate shots. I think he sees these guys now going by on the right side. Bit of blind fire, but nothing much. Got the BRDM now blindly suppressing the side here. Oh, life's alright, Corn. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, the fastest rounds of FNF ever. Oh my god. Hey, when in doubt, do a suicide charge. It might just work. Yeah, so he's looking out at Sector 1 right now, seeing that it's empty. But you start to see more and more blue 4 bodies stacking up down there. That's 2 now. Doing another quick body count here. Still nothing new on green 4's side over here. But blue 4... we're starting to see more stack in all those positions. So they've gotten at least 4 guys clicked off right here. Now you got green 4 coming around out down here. They're going to go for that sector and then push it on the low ground. 23 minutes remaining. And you got this force right here. So green 4 literally is doing 2 separate attacks on 2 separate AOs, and they'll both end up coming to Sector 2 here, as Sector 1 is, it should be Sector 1 because Sector 2 doesn't have any defenders on, so that's going to stall the western attack. But eventually it's going to turn into a delayed pincer, with this force going in first, and then the second attack coming in probably 5 minutes after. Isn't that interesting when you have a prolonged firefight and all of a sudden all the shooting just ceases? With some occasional shots raining out, but compared to all that machine gun fire that was kicking off. Let's see if Major Khan starts picking people off because he's real close. He's about to run right into the sight lines of green 4. Great double kill right there by Major Khan. But he is unfortunately then tapped by Swola. I mean, he lined up both of these guys right on top of each other here. There's Swola getting the double tap. Is Blue 4 now shooting at their own 2 dudes back here? Yeah, these guys pulled back because they figured that there might be a Green 4 group coming around on the rear. But they're going to potentially get overwhelmed. Green 4 pulling an OB1 with the high ground. Wait a minute. How did Raposo get back here? Wait. Oh, this should be interesting. I mean, if he kills a Green 4 guy, takes his gun, like the SVD. Wait a minute. Okay. I mean, if I recall correctly in F&F rules, if you're found lone wolfing, you should make every attempt to make it back to your guys. And I think that's what he's trying to do here, because he could easily just go up there and shoot people, but now he's taking ground fire. Huh. Okay. I'm not going to comment on it. Blast coming up. Kermit makes it to the house. What did you just throw? There's Sector 2 being captured. A lot of Blue 4 guys in the southern side, but they're technically outside of the sector. And this 4-man team is kind of stalled over here. Patriot now trying to pull back his battle buddies down. AT going into these buildings. Patriot could flank, or he's just going to try to pull back here. NASA stole a 240 Bravo. Might spot Patriot here. And I think Patriot spotted NASA as well. Yeah, 240 Bravo was, stability-wise, not the best choice there, fighting Patriot, who was prone and lowered his target profile. You got the rest of Green 4 that's going to come up. They got some wounded guys, but as soon as this western flank comes in, I think that's going to be the hammer in the... Wow, hold up. We also have the Ridge side team charging in now. Green 4 trying to close everything for CQC. Why do we have a machine gunner out here shooting? There's Sector 2 captured. Now that force is going to come in. Again, the last group in. This group being the first one. This group about to get into contact. We could still see Blue 4 turn this around, though, now that everyone in Green 4 is charging in. If Blue 4 just maintain their positions and are able to take out Green 4 as they, you know, come into the open and push in, we could still see this turn around. Hold on, why do we have the crew all the way out here in the BRTM? I think they're trying to do some field repairs there, but yeah, vehicle assets aren't really the most supportive things in PvP AOs. With how nerfed they usually get, but it all depends on the situation and circumstance. I've seen all other vehicles just completely dominate. Look at that, though. Little murderfuls that these guys have. They are just chewing up this group as they come down. That's 3 KIA right here. This is what I'm talking about. If Blue 4 is able to still pick people off as they come in, that's all they need to do. If no coming in saying he was in single shot with no stamina, yeah, buddy. That's how Blue 4's still gonna get you. Depso woke back up, he's pushing forward. We just saw a Blue 4 guy get picked off over here. Explosives being thrown up to these fortified positions here. That might have been an explosive trap triggered just a hair too early. As we have a massive Green 4 assault coming, BRDM also pushing up to assist in CQC. Throw a grenade in there, I dare you, Pro Hunter. Yeah, that was not throwing a grenade, buddy.
I gathered that.
Why'd I hear beep beep? Oh, that was aim at the balls, throwing a charge in here. Oblivious Ninja now coming out. Almost catches aim at the balls, though. But he then gets flanked by Kazul coming up. There goes Alexander to the 14.5 millimeter, penning the building and killing him off. Ooh, there goes the house exploding. And Green 4 just starting to overwhelm a lot of various areas of the sector. This will be over in 5 minutes. No Blue 4 guys with AT over here. I mean, real Jamie. Oh, he does have an AT4. There's a satchel in there. Yeah. Finn decides, hey, maybe the satchel, Ooh, there goes the BRDM by the AT4 on real Jamie. That's a perfect example of winning the battle, but still losing the war here. Donnie, thanks for the 29-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Whiplash almost shooting Flying Finn there.
Holy shit, I got 3 of them.
I just run out.
I have an interceptor. Do you need anything?
Blue 4, I think, are only down to 5 or less at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 7. Now 6. Now 5. Well, I was almost right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. I'll be right eventually. Arcane missing all of his shots point blank, and TJ just turns around and bitch slaps him out of here for that shit. Yeah, it's only 2 and 2 in the AO right now. It could be captured if a third Green 4 guy enters in. Otherwise, Donnie Seasons, greetings to you as well. Hope you keep enjoying everything. Mission will be over in a minute. Satchel was just thrown. That can still blow up Stefan's building. He runs out, but doesn't die. Grenades being thrown out as well. Sector half captured. Yeah, there's too many Green 4 in here. It's over. 45 seconds and it's over. Catch him. Thanks for the 8-month resub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Whip appears to be stuck in a crater. He gets out. Smoke grenade right there. Blue 4 down to 2. 25 seconds remaining. One person remaining as Sayek taps the second to last guy. Now it's just Stefan. Bread putting some shots at Stefan. Grenade goes out. That's not Bread, it's Bard. Stefan trying to hit Sayek right there. 5 seconds. And that is it. That's the server captured. Or the last sector, my bad. Green 4 won pretty decisively there, coordinated all their attacks. Didn't go in all at once, but went in close enough to not be single-handedly repelled. The first attack to the south was looking that way, but then the ridge side charged down and the other flank came in. Yeah. Not surprised with how that one played out, unfortunately. It was very sided for Green 4 to win that one, just because of where their start point was, what the support assets were, and just the terrain in mind for that sector. But, you know, even I've seen gimmies like that still get thrown because of some people making silly decisions. As I'd say, that's the same exact mission we just played. Now we got Roche, Germany, infantry only. All right. We'll see how this plays out. 1 second. Let me go ahead and change up my commands here. And let's get that started. All right, let's also change up our music. That is not our music. That's our music. Something a little more cheerful. All right. Who's attacking here? Up 4 is attacking 2 blue 4 objectives. And they only have a small number advantage of 10%. And there's the map also changed up. Cool. All right, we'll see how this goes. Apparently you got 2 kills. Did you randomly kill people spraying at the town? Yeah, that's how suppressive fire works, if no. You still are able to get kills if you just fire down range. It's funny how that all works, right? I'm feeling better striking, still under the weather. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but the feeling of, you know, you're having a migraine right now, but you know it's being suppressed by medication, but you can still feel like echoes of it in the back of your head. That's me right now. Oh, man. Just on new meds to, you know, beat tonsillitis and whatnot, but gotta work with what we got, you know? So I'm going to BRB for 1 minute. I'm going to refresh my water, so just be patient with me again. Under the weather. Shouldn't even be streaming right now, admittedly, but we got to do our jobs, right? There we go. Oh, wait, no, let me grab one more thing. 1 second, sorry. Whew. If no, you can do whatever you want, buddy. I wish I knew a way to make the migraine feel better, but that's okay. Iander, what did you hit with rocket today? Infantry? I did see if we well placed AT shots. I always assume it's you when you're on server. But I hope you're all doing A-okay. So my plan today is, depending on how I feel after the second round, I'll try to cover the third round. If not, I'll just wrap up the stream early, go lay down, take a nap for an hour. I gotta then test something, which will then be announced tomorrow. I think it's good. I'm just gotta test scripts on server side, because you always have to test scripts server side. And then if I'm feeling good, I'll play a Warhammer 40k op on the ground in the 5th OML tonight. I gotta read into that. And then tomorrow I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my mother, but I'm hoping by then I can also beat whatever I have, and then we can finalize a new stream schedule so we can also, you know, show when the DayZ streams are going to be, and then throw in some Dark Tide streams in there as well, start streaming ops out of the main community as well, and, you know, rebuild ourselves to set up for the next year. Did we start? Or are they switching it up again? And right on, Mutton, the only, oh, okay, we are switching it up. Interesting. Mutton, I don't get migraines, like, at all. The only reason I'm getting migraines is because of, I'm sick with something right now, so I'm hoping it'll go away, but they're changing the mission up. We'll see if this sets, if they start slotting people on it, then in which case I'll change up my commands, but we'll see if this was intentional or a mistake. But I appreciate the advice, Mutton. Yeah, no, I don't have those on the regular. Bloodwing does, but I'm lucky enough to have that. What is Searchlight? It's, oh, it might be a night op then if they have searchlights. Yep, they're slotting people. Okay, so I gotta figure things out here. So they are changing everything up. It's now Ruha. And the mission is going to be different now. Blue 4 hitting 3 op 4. Trying to hit 3 terminal sites. Blue 4 have 2 CH-47. They have searchlight statics and 3 static Dushkas. Interesting. I mean, yeah, Dishka can take out a CH-47 if it's close enough. The server's not going to win. I don't remember the last time FNF actually had a server issue. OFCRA, I was actually surprised, didn't have a server issue last Thursday, which is good. That's good. I would prefer to, you know, see community suffer from server issues and then, you know, fix them and then not have to suffer from them for a while, you know? In Revanche, I'm doing okay. Just, ooh, I don't even know what to say I'm feeling. I'm feeling like fatigued, but also I'm going through some suppressed pain right now through medication. Might just take a 30-minute map and go forward, you know? Will we see a caster cast now for the server? You never know. Anything's possible. We'll put the prediction up when we get into the whatchamacallit screen, the in-game. Need of a hug? Nah, I probably need a nap, to be honest. Like, here's the thing. So I didn't do any Zeusing this week because when I do get sick, which is rare, like the last time I got sick was back in June for a week for COVID. And then before that, I think it was one time in college, like actually sick. Once a year, I do have, one or twice a year, I'll have 2 or 3 days where I got post-nasal drip, where my tonsils get a little swollen, and then, you know, it goes quickly. This one, not the case, unfortunately, but when I do get sick, it's very debilitating for my process, because there's a lot usually going on in my head, and that'll get suppressed. So, back to my point, I didn't do any Zeusing, I didn't do any Zeus prep. There's only one thing I focused on because it had a deadline of today, and even in doing that, which I'll admit, I only had I want to say 3 or 4 hours of work on it, and it took me all of this week to get it done because I had to go through everything slowly because of how drained I am, and I had to force myself to do it because it was due today at the latest. So, and even that still needs to be tested, and I have to do that tonight. So you got to work through when you're sick. It sucks, but you got to do what you got to do. But I'm hoping, based off of how I'm feeling right now, I should feel better by the weekend because I'm starting to, actually feel better. And then hopefully by, I want to say Wednesday, we'll start it up on my community again. I want to schedule the next MCO. But there's also a few IRL things I got to focus on. Here, 1 second. Okay, she's not here. Cool. I'll type it. Yeah, so that's taking up a lot of my time right now, but doesn't help that I'm sick as well, and then I had this deadline. But everything leading up to that has been, takes a while. So like I said, there's a lot to do this month, and me being sick for the last week of Thanksgiving, going into the first week of, or Thanksgiving, excuse me, last week of November, and then going into the first week of December with it just sucks, so. Whew. Oh, there's always something going around. Yeah, right, Malin. I know. Yeah, right, Mutton, exactly. Or just, forget to upload the VOD, because I'm an idiot. Oh, man. See, I feel right now like I usually feel at like 2 or 3 a.m. when my brain just starts surging out and I can't think properly. And I am feeling that right now, and I've only been up since 11. So it's only been 5 hours, and I'm already surging out like that, so, ugh. I want to cover this round at least, and then I guess I'm going to go take a nap. We'll see if anyone on the multi's still streaming. I'll raid them with you guys so you can at least see the 3rd round played out. Take my nap, and then I got to go do testing on Thingamajig, which we talk about tomorrow, and then hopefully there'll still be time for me to go play on the Warhammer 40k app. Yeah, Justy, makes sense. I mean, it's tonsillitis, so.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Don't scare me like that. That's funny. Anyway. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Your mission's starting. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go strangle her. Excellent. Anyway, here's the AO. Blue 4 have a lot of LZs to choose from. Op 4 will be defending airfield. It's a very simple design, with 3 different terminals in stake. God, I am tired. Mutton, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Justy, that's not how you spell folks. But you tried twice. You tried. It's okay. Who has the number advantage? Blue 4 does. And normally Mutton I would radiate off of that, but I'm too sick to... My brain can't even think right now. Normally I've got a voice in the back of my head telling me everything, but here, not the case. Sounds like I got strangled, yeah, right? I can usually run up 2 flights of stairs, no problem, but while you're sick, it doesn't really work out in your favor, Chief. Have we started yet? I guess not. I think they'd be going over because Blue 4 starting all the way down here, where Blue 4 can go, and these specific LZs have probably had their areas cleared out as well. So we'll see how things go. You know, Modadic, that would be okay. Why did it start like this? All right, why do they gotta make me feel like the sub on the server with that shit? And therefore, all of you guys. But you know what? Let's not put attention to that. Okay. Mission info by Banks. Background, August 2031. After several failed attempts at retaking key sites in their captured homeland, Polish armed airborne forces under the NATO banner Blue 4 are mounting a daring dawn raid on an ex-civilian airport, repurposed by the Russian Union as a fast response strike base. Bombers based at this airport have been disrupting NATO supply lines and devastated troop columns, halting the planned NATO assault on Poland in its tracks. Alerted by the NATO attack through extensive Russian Union intelligence, a company of Chechnyan fighters, OPFOR, has scrambled to defend 3 key sites scattered across the airports. Area of operations, there will be 15 to 20 minutes safe start ends of moonlights. Okay, so there will be 15 to 20 minutes of moonlight before the day breaks, and this is after safe start ends. Interesting. So we get to see some flashlight play. Game mode, 3 terminals to hack. Once the attacker interacts with the terminal, a 90-second timer will start. In those 90 seconds, anyone defending can then interact with the terminal to stop the hack. And I believe it only pauses it, it does not restart it. Once the terminal reaches 0 in terms of hack time, the terminal is considered hacked and it will detonate in a GBU fashion. Basically, it'll blow up. 15, yeah, so standard stuff here. 1 kilometer render distance. Defender points are 150. Medium anti-tank both sides, 2 rounds of AT per side. Uniform for Blue 4 are your Polish Intelligence Service Special Forces kits. Loadouts for them are going to be Remington ACRs. I have no idea what their marksman rifle is going to be, so we'll go and check that out when we have a second. Anyways, mini-me's for the light machine gunners, MG3s for the medium machine gunners. Light anti-tank's going to be single-shot disposable M136, HK, MP4, excuse me. Crew and aviation get a choice of an MP5 or an ACR carbine. Nothing on crew served weapons. They get 2 Chinooks, 3 transports, a tractor, another tractor, and 3 more transports. So I think they're really meant to fly this one in, but they've got ground transport as a backup. Otherwise, OPFOR have modern Chechnyan forces kits here, so mainly black uniforms and whatnot. Raven vests and Russian EMR vests. Interesting. Otherwise, AK-74s that are modernized, or AKSs, MP443s as their secondary. Light machine gunners get the RPK, medium machine gunners get the PKP. RPGs for the light anti-tank gunners. Crew and aviation get a choice of PP2000 or AKS, but I don't think they have any assets, so it doesn't matter. Otherwise, they have plane, cruise missile plane, 3 searchlights, and 3 Dishkas. They're only HE cruise missiles, unfortunately. That's a shame. And there's no ammo in the 23mm on the rear. That's another shame. Oh, well. Otherwise, looking at their units here. Hold on. They do have the tractor. Interesting. All right. Holton is going to be commanding. Mackenzie's going to be the 2IC. Kabubi Face is going to be leading Alpha. Steve is the marksman with the SVD op 4s. The marksmen are going to have SVDs. That's confirmed. And then Solomon's as the medic. Roofy's going to be leading Alpha 1 with Twins, Bush, Zavotsky, Mike, and DJ under him. Pro Hunter leading Alpha 2 with Aim at the Balls, Gogu, Camrad, Crazy, Grav, and Lacey under him. Shy leading Bravo with Olaf being the marksman, Mutant being the medic. Huru leading Bravo 1 with Games Kropa, Dawadox, Jabi, Lakurfis, and Leziak under him. Andiri, leading Bravo 2 with Taurus, Rolly Buoys, I believe, and Bard under him. Skits leading Charlie with Zombie Forever under him as the marksman. And then Patriot leading Charlie 1 with Sayak, Timek, Casey, and Depso under him. And 1 leading Charlie 2 with Roy, Ganakno, CRPC, and Albert under him. Norris leading Delta with Harrington as the medic for the squad, and then he only has Fawns and Pierce as 2 machine gunners for Delta 1. Again, you got to remember, Delta has been made into a heavy weapons team, so that's where they have all their machine gunners now instead of every squad having, varied weaponry here. So these guys will only have the medium machine gunner roles, which in this case for Op 4 is the PKP. And then Gordon leading Delta 2 with Pregent, Sadawi, Schult, and Argan under him. Blue 4, meanwhile, being led by Night Owl, Mr. Sexy Voice.
And only go through that if, we capture an entire side. But even then, you should try to go around the sides of it.
Sure.
So
like I said,
that takes us down to
Mr. Sexy Voice.
Alpha. Charlie, you guys are
no 2IC for him. Sticks leading Alpha. Real Jamie being the 2IC. Wise looks like he's got a 5.56 ACR with a RCO scope under him. Interesting. And then we got Wayne as the squad medic. Ely leading Alpha 1 with Duke. Bonkers as getting Sunside. Bjorn and Mogsy under him.
See if anyone wants a gift.
Pingus leading Alpha 2 with Surgicat, A2Cut, and Hash. Nada leading Bravo with Wombat as the 2IC, Ivno as the marksman, and Settler, I hate INT. I hate integrals. I hate integrals too. That's a math term. Bluck leading Bravo 1 with Ash, Shay, Skipu, Vexen, Swola, and Cynthia. Bravo 2 being led by Pogo _ with Ezio, Wheaton, Kermit, Larch, and Alexander under him. Nemesis leading Charlie with Kazul as the medic. Kazul as the marksman. Dobbs as the medic. Flying Finn leading Charlie 1 with Max, Iander, Yanni, Katz, and Whiplash. Charlie 2 with Azariah leading with Cullis, Nimia, Purton, Naps, and Major Khan under him. Heartseer leading Delta with Rodrigue as the 2IC. Hayes as the medic. Toxic leading Delta 1 with Ant, Blast, Nicolas, and Lobby under him. Flux leading Delta 2 with Band, Oblivious Ninja, Kingsman, and Roba under him. 2 helicopter crews with Arcane and Banks with 1, and Oddball and Eric in the other.
Running for an entire platoon. And then
they do have minigun mounts, but they only have 1,200 or 1,020 rounds, so it's not that much ammo. Plus, as a big boat, the Dishkas can easily shoot them down. I do find it interesting that they're driving the tractor, though.
About what your plan's gonna be for Heartseer.
Okay.
Let's see.
We have 4 platoon, Delta is full, so this is a 2 squad machine teams.
Yeah. I might have the one of the Chinooks.
The polls against Russians made by Banks.
And drop you guys off at the northeast, kind of in 60, 62.
Okay, the whole platoon team or only one squad?
Probably the entire team.
Okay. Okay. Right. So we will. Okay.
I'm just gonna wait here. I'm gonna communicate with the pilots, and they'll be able to talk to you guys when they come back.
Okay.
So just hang around for now. Make sure they know that they're gonna be dropped off.
Terminal 1. And roger that, master.
Okay, I will communicate with you after.
Did you just bow to him? Oh my god. Alright, let's go over the terminal sites. Terminal 1 on the northern side at this military base. We've seen it fought for time and time again. Usually the defenders win this side, but with other objectives, we'll see if the defenders are able to keep and maintain that position. Terminal 2 is over here by the Bear, stuck in this little airport terminal area over yonder. Sorry for blinding you guys there. And then Terminal 3 is in this little checkpoint building. on the outside by these fuel depots. Meanwhile, the runway right here itself has been commissioned into a nice little airbase. You got 2 bears down, you got some MiGs down. Very cute. Quite a few MiGs, actually, and then some helicopter assets down, including super, or heavy hips and 52 black sharks. Interesting. Just want to check. So the LZs here have been heavily marked. I think because of just wanting to let the players know. There's a pit right here. That's interesting. You got another one right there. So I'm not sure if those are safe zones or what. I feel like Op4 could rush out and stop them, but you also have the spotlights down. You can see how bright these are. Do I like big bears? I think the plane's all right. I think I've only seen them in use in Arma once or twice. Sometimes as props, sometimes as, you know, actual cruise missile launching platforms. I think I had an op way back when where we did have a bear launching cruise missiles at things. It was quite fun. All right, what's that? I'll give one to you. That's pretty funny. Remix and Baby got back like that. Yeah, plus 10 points right there for that one, especially. But let's see, 5 minutes on start. We got some Blue 4 already mounting up in some vehicles here. I imagine the rest are going to go into the helicopter. But it looks like some of the players have missed the memo and instead have gone on the helicopter. Interesting.
I'd rather describe myself as a ball cell.
Also, yes, she does, which means it's another bingo hit. No, but that's for my drinking purposes, Nim, but that counts.
Hey, whip.
Big money, boys! Malin is totally fucking with us right now. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, you know how it is. It's big money, big women, and big fun. So we're lacking big fun. And big women.
Hey, I
what?
have many women. Does that count as big women?
Yes, we've had this discussion actually, me and Finn, like exactly what big women means.
You know, we're gonna just, yeah, we don't need to hear that. No one's loaded in the helicopter except for the gunner. In this one, no one's loaded in there either. Again, 15, 20 minutes of moonlight, so half the mission will be fighting like that, and we'll see how the rest of this goes. Scandy Bean Randy. Of course. Why do they have LZ Milk? I know they have an extra I in there, but let's be honest, that's LZ Milk. God damn. And they got Cash and Milk. At least there's no Pepsi. That would be bad. Even though I think Pepsi made that official, but... And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But if you don't, there's a meme about mixing Pepsi and milk together, and Pepsi decided to make it official, apparently. And all I have to say to that is, well, since I can't scream, there you go. That's my opinion on the matter. Yes, I mean Pilk. They made Pilk a real thing. Oh, it's a full-on commercial. That's great. Yeah, that was a thing. Let's forget about it by the end of the season. I think I'd rather listen to the goddamn Sprite Cranberry memes than see that Pepsi's officially made Pilk a thing. Ay, 2 minutes. How is Blue 4 mounted? Alright, they've started getting in the helicopter. We see some of them mounting up in this other helicopter as well.
I might move Delta to be your support team instead, just let me know. Communicate on it. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah. Let's go.
My two hotel pilots, have you determined which one is going to
Oh,
circle
boy.
back around and pick up another team?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do round 3, guys. I'm struggling here. Find it my way, I'd probably start the nap now, but we're in here. Might as well get it done. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask. Yes, Night Owl will, his voice is tied with the world, man. If it starts raining at your place when he speaks, it's totally okay. Or you're at the start of a horror movie, I don't know. Surprisingly enough, Op4 is divided amongst 3 positions here. And they're staying in... Actually, no, they have to because there's of the safe start. So we might see them branch out here. But well, they got a decent garrison at Terminal 1. They got a... I think their biggest at Terminal 2. And then a smaller one at Terminal 3. But that's still a squad-sized element. So we'll see if those hold. If Blue 4 decides to do a similar strategy where they attack multiple sectors at the same time... That's going to favor an Op4 because they have unified defenses across all sectors. Tie myself to Night Owl and take a nap. I have to go upstairs and get the rope then, 418. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, Dom, I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, mission has started. So we got 16 and 16 here. There's still room, but they're keeping some groups on the ground here, and they're letting Bravo drive out on their own. So let's see what they pull. So the other helicopter is still staying at base. Don't know what that's for. These guys are going to a northern LC. Op4, meanwhile, they've stretched out a bit. They're covering a few LZs here, but are otherwise staying mostly defensive. They also put some units on the center of the airbase. Righto, Doopy, have fun. It's opting to land all the way up there. That's everyone out. Second chopper started to deploy. So that one chopper's gonna go back and pick them up. Then you got Bravo out here. They're stuck on the rock. I think Malon's talking about dropping the in-game pumpkin assets on players. They just lost the tail rotor. Uh-oh. No casualties in there yet, though. Who's the pilot? Good question. It's Arcane, who's on the multi, by the way. So if you do exclamation point multi, you can see his perspective. He's a fun gamer, if I remember correctly. Does recover it, but when he slows down, he's gonna start spiraling again, so he needs to find another LZ. And we got the other helicopter up there. What are you doing? The fact that there is not a single KIA in that vehicle yet is actually impressive. Why are you bleeding speed up here? That's a really bad idea. I think he's gonna go for that LZ, but... his engine got shot out. Well... Houston, we have a problem. That was all of the Alpha Command team. And that was all of Delta. No, Alpha 1, yeah, is dead. No, the entirety of Alpha's dead. With the exception of a few lucky survivors. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people survived out of 16. So that's 11 KIA. That happened. Oh dear. So we got Hotel 2 coming back. I don't know, with that early knock on the player count, it does feel like Op4 might have an even footing here now in terms of numbers, with Blue 4 losing their number advantage.
Why the fuck was he floating around shooting his minigun?
These guys asking the real questions. I'll be honest, if you get into a situation where you get screwed by that position, you should just land at a safer LZ in a much more open area and just say, like, hey, other helicopter, come pick these dudes up and move them to where they need to go because our chopper is fucked. You don't then recommit in the same area you got shot at earlier and continue to get shot. I think returning fire was fine, but they should have played it a bit more safe PvP-wise. So I think these groups are going to regroup and then push in from the north, and these guys are going to try to slide in from the south. But these were two separate attacks, and now one of those attacks is going to be a lot weaker because they're already 11 people down. That's a weird dog noise. And now we just have to wait patiently because Op4 is just going to stay in their positions. They were watching LZ Milk over here with some AT ready to hit it if need be, because these LZs were pretty close and easy for Op4 to branch out and rush if they, or counter rush if they wanted to. So it's smart on Blue 4 to not land at them. Ooh. But even so, we'll see how these go. Right, plus, that'd be funny. Timing-wise, with 10 minutes already down and given to maneuvering, they've got another 10 or so minutes of moonlight before dawn starts coming up. What's going on over there? That's a tripwire flare mine that someone accidentally tripped. I think it just stopped, but yeah, it was right here. Oh well. A little bit of noise to scare everyone. So this is actually going on. What? There's a wager. Okay, no, I have to read now. There's a wager going on between the pilot and the admin. He's going to respawn the pilot with a Chinook, remove his anti-torque again. If he survives and lands it, we all get a respawn. If not, he's not allowed to play in the next round. What? But he was shot down fair and square. So why is that a thing? Because Op4 did their job and killed off... Yeah, immediately, what's that going? Hey, Liru, remember that bridge incident in SOG where no one got a respawn because they could have... We were just talking about that during the Wednesday op too, because we were back in that area with that one bridge. But there's a bridge in SOG where if you hit a lever, it opens up the middle part of the bridge. And Blue 4 didn't realize that lever was on their side, so they tried jumping it. And a lot of them died because they couldn't jump it. And then someone in the tail end noticed, hey, wait, there's a lever here that puts the thing up. And yeah, all those people died for nothing. So they didn't get respawned for that one though, because that was their own idiocy that got them killed. Here, same thing, their own idiocy that got them killed. I don't get it. I don't know. It's not my event. I'm not gonna bitch about it. It's their call to make. I just think that's kind of weird, but oh well. Pilots are high so they can avoid the dishkas, because one hit to the dish, one hit to an engine or the anti-torque, and that's it for their chopper. Oh. Well, I guess the bet's lost, and Arcane's not playing in the third round, which is a shame, because I was going to rate him. So, yeah. I guess they're not getting respawned. Landmine! Anyway. Well, that happened. Ah, 15 minutes in, give or take. Another 35 to go. I don't know what the distance shooting is over here. What do you see, Pierce? You might say he puts on glasses, went out with a bang. Button. I want you to slap yourself for that one. What happened with the Chinook? It got shot down. And then it, yeah. It got shot down again. Let's just go with that. Righto, Dookie. Don't you love it when they debate the legalese of the bet? When you get to that point, you know someone screwed up somewhere. Either way, based off the fact that the southern group of Blue 4 is waiting on advance and the northern Blue 4 group managed to meet up together and now is pushing south, you can only assume that they're going to do a coordinated attack here. The pilot just got shot out.
No.
Scandy just looks at it and goes, oh, okay.
I think to be honest, mate, that helo crash is going to be a flaring off. If I'm taking a hold. Stop by those rock faces, guys, and just fucking get a stand. Keep low, keep your heads down. Because Charlie 1, once again, is dragging the tail.
Well, that's both helicopters down. Yes, what's that? I do remember. Something similar happened to him, too.
What's Alpha 1 doing out there in the woods?
Probably gonna get this little shot by predators.
Yes, Apache for balance, banana for scale. That's all I have. Yeah, both pilots it looks like lived, but that's funny. They've been promoted to infantry. Hey, remember when we saw that one tripwire flare mine get triggered? Well, it looks like the next one got triggered as well, except it's getting stuck in the ground because of the texture. That's funny. This is going to be a long round, too. Ay. Bottom left group still hasn't moved. They're waiting on the northern group to move. Northern group's dragging because they've got Force of Dragon here. You got Night Owl back here. Let's have a listen, see if he
I
gives any
assume
orders.
they copy. Copy that. Hotel, if you stay put, I can come to you.
So I think he's going to now go over to Hotel, which is the helicopter element there. And they're blind. No, they think they're firing up at this element. There is blood, though. So they did take fire. Well, some guy, I wish it worked that way. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, put the pilots as POWs now for Blue 4 after that bet.
Marking now.
So it looks like he spotted those pilots out there in Hotel. So Op 4 knows this northern attack is coming, which is why they've pushed their forces around. Which shows they're trying to basically get Op 4 to go on the northern side so this force can sneak in. But since there are 11 players down on the south because of that chopper crash, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, what's that? Some of these players in PvP, they will surprise you with how they are able to pick things up even at this distance. So they're just kind of holding right here for this Blue 4 force to advance. Which it looks like it's being spearheaded by Scandia Recon and a Naked Finn. Using a 106-inch projector to play Arma. It's not bad. Kind of fun. So it looks like they're using a little river beds here to move around. At least that's what I'm going to call them, but it's just low in the ground here. And there goes the contact. So you had Charlie flanking around on the left here. Alpha trying to hold. Charlie seems to be a little mobile up here, though. Oh, they have one person down. That's why. Holy fuck, Nem. He is so lucky that didn't kill him, but that was a 1 in a million there. If that actually killed Nemesis. That was a beautiful shot. Just goes to show, sometimes you get lucky on those. Contact beginning at a few minutes past the halfway point of the round. It's not looking good for Blue 4 because they're 11 players down because of that chopper crash. And time's going to continue to tick. Ironically, Op4 has the best unit deployment here because their weakest sector is the one in the back. We just saw an AT rocket get fired. Little short. More GLs going around, but this just goes to show they're guessing here. Putting them randomly in the tree line. That one hit a tree. There we go. Literally at the same spot Nemesis is one landed at from a different angle. That's just an unlucky spot for Blue 4 then. Flare rounds going in to illuminate their position. Actually going to be kind of useful here, but you will notice the server will slowly get brighter as daylight starts to enter the server here. Now that is a Dishka firing, I believe, from back here. Yep, there it is. And that Blue 4 group is still holding. So it just goes to show Blue 4's plan is to try to pull all of Op4's attention to the northern side. But with the objectives broken apart like this, it's not going to be the case. But Blue 4, they're getting some pickoffs here as they're continuing to push past. We have a downed Op4, actually dead Op4 guy right there. Op4 doing their best to hold with what small forces they have. They're getting some pickoffs here, but they got to get some kills. He's popping some frags over. Little premature there, admittedly. We got Blue 4 starting to charge open areas too with smoke, which is kind of weird. That might just be a feint. Oh, here comes Nemesis. Popping some frags over. He's got to be careful with his left because that's where smoke grenades are coming in on.
You move push. You don't want to be folded here.
Yeah, so he's focusing on the objective, but he's noticing there's a few new smoke grenades right here, so he's being very cautious on his moving in.
I need you at one point. You push all the way up to me, it's clear. Push it, if you can.
So Op4 pulling back from that position with those smokes. Blue 4 right on their heels. See Charlie coming around the southern side. They could counterattack. Round ricocheted going all the way back there. We got Hotel with Command now flanking around. This is now Scandy firing at the remnants of Charlie here. They did get a kill. There's only 3 dudes down here now. Probably in that burst, they dropped someone. Blue 4 continuing to move. Roofy turn around. Is he going to spot some of Scandy here?
Chill. Yeah, close. I will give you better. Chill. Cover.
Yeah.
Alright, behind the head. Behind the head. Let's stay here. You gotta do cover. Let's stay here.
I think they know Scandy's coming up this way, so they're trying to set up an ambush, but Roofy telling his battle buddy, hey, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I'll get you bad. That's funny. Do appreciate them trying to stay back, but they should probably find a spruce tree to hide in or something.
Into the objective.
Yeah, right, ODJ. I was wondering who was setting off those tripwire mines earlier. You know, never mind. Caster Curse knows no bounds, exactly. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so Blue Force starting to get their foot in the door here on this first terminal. You got Bravo moving up on the southern side. This is the fight I'm a little more concerned about because, again, Blue Force down by quite a few players there, but Op4 only has a single squad here, so it's a squad v squad fight, but they're also dragging their heels on a few of their guys, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Command got knocked unconscious over here. Excuse me, hiccup. Quite a few smokes popped. Maybe some of the other infantry will go out to save them. But with this two-pronged attack, I mean, Op4 only needs to succeed in one spot. Blue 4 need to win both. AT going up, knocking Shay out, and he falls to his death because of Arma physics. I see. Ooh, explosive trap goes off just short. Actually, no, it did knock out a member of Scandia Recon with that. Nice. Another satchel thrown. Maybe because they're trying to blow the building up, but that specific type of building doesn't actually explode, so it's not doable. So yeah, this is the research building. That's not going to be able to blow up. This is an office building. That also can't be blown up, but the sheds can. These electrical buildings that you can't enter also cannot be blown up. This building, actually not sure if it can be blown up or not. Calcinator, I'm trying, man, but I'm not, unfortunately. R2's got rounds going over his head in multiple different angles as he's trying to line up shots on Alpha's position up here. Got shots on the static. You got Dinebush out here with the Dishka firing at infantry. Shots going over his head. Yeah, someday, Fisher, right? That's the goal. He takes a shot in the arm. He tries to go down. I think you're dead, dude. Yeah, you're not down, buddy. You appear to be dead. Imagine being able to say you're dead as you die. Interesting. Anyway. Natty, we'll have to see. Alright, Goku bandaging back here. I think Blue 4 are going to eventually win this fight looking at the numbers here. This fight I'm a little more concerned about because they're starting to get a... Oh no, I thought there was a more concave right there, but that's not the case. You still have some outside fighters right there. You also have some guys on top of the airport tower here knocked out. Not tower, but Hainer. We've got to be careful with this level of cover here. They can't overexpose themselves, otherwise they will get taken out. Trying. There's Terminal 1 being hacked. Oh, I think he just got hit by a mutant there. Big explosion was just heard up here. That might have been a satchel to try to destroy anyone around the terminal site. It couldn't have been, actually, because Katz is still up and he's right by it. They're trying to stop any Op4 members from coming in and counterattacking. And Blue 4 is just blowing anyone away that tries. So I think this fight's pretty solid. They got Op4 close, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Bayan just gets knocked out as he crosses.
Got one as well.
At this point, these guys just need to try to take out every Blue 4 guy they can and hope that this side is able to continue to hold these guys out here. We have a single guy flanking around. That's NASA. As Op4's 3-man team here continues to hold. Now it's 2-man. They just lost another guy. Maybe Jabby could use that AT and start firing into the crowd. Get lucky. At least slow them down. 17 minutes remaining. And we have Bravo rushing around a few vehicles to try to take this terminal out from under Op4's nose, and they've turned all their forces around. This might be it. No, they're going to go for that terminal here. This means that Delta is completely nullified out of the AO. Because they're in a central position that doesn't really have any good overwatch to cover anything other than potentially this group coming in from the north. So with this flanking attack being done, these guys are going to be able to get right on top of this terminal and then bypass that terminal with only minimal units to fight against, but it's going to be a short team versus a short team here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well. I don't know how to commentate on that one, personally. Totally rigged. Yeah, you're right. Totally rigged. Staged fight. Yeah. Oh my god. And he's literally bouncing around Roy. One for Albert Q2. Wounds him. Bravo pushing in various places here. Delta's now turned around and is actually firing at their own forces. Roy gets knocked unconscious due to that. But this has pulled lines away, so now Blue 4 here has a direct line to get into the AO to take that terminal, and then they just got to get this one. So a lot of Blue 4, actually not a lot remaining in all honesty. Again, that number advantage is even, but because of all these different attack waves, Bravo doing a great idea of trying to flank around right here. That could win it for him. Now we have a lot of smokes being popped to stop Delta from doing anything. But we still need to see someone go around and try to hit that terminal. On the right, because Delta, what they're going to end up doing, great grenade throw right there. But it got caught in the rock, unfortunately. But Delta's literally going to bypass after they see this terminal get touched. These guys are going to go around and try to cover that one terminal and make it just a bit harder. 14 minutes remaining. Great AT shot knocking out N1. Flare being launched. Still got Dowadox back here. Shooting at what he can. But yeah, Blue 4 is kind of pinned back here as they're trying to find a way here. They're going to have to go around and use this entryway. But it's only Holton actually holding that sector. And then Blue 4, they're still cleaning up the forces back here. Probably going to take them another 4 minutes to do that, then they'll be able to cross. But now you have Delta making the move to go cover that terminal. That ability for these guys to go in and split their force would have been a lot riskier because only a few guys would have been able to go to each side. But that's the whole point of sending a strike team like that. You have to take that risk. Ren Rep, thanks for the 20-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But the other trade-off, though, is if you send your full force, you can commit to hitting this sector when you know it's being engaged from another side. That'll cause the guys to pull back, they'll break through, and then you can go off to that area. Wow. A grenade throw and an MG drop. That gets both of those guys still out there. Now you only have a few Op4 stragglers, but Blue 4 is only down to a handful of guys right there, at least below 10. And Blue 4 on this attack flank also still getting harassed. This could still go either way, in all honesty. Matty boy, that's not how you word it. How you word it is because they're making a game that's not intended for consoles to be consoles, they have to accommodate for it by creating features for it that take away from the PC interface. That's how you word that statement. Yours sounds a little selfish. Refining it, now you're actually pointing out which features are getting fucked up and why. Alright, Alexander trying to get a shot on Harrington up here. Harrington trying to move away. He has no idea where he's being engaged from, and he's going to end up going down here. No, Alexander's not trying to get a shot on Hamilton. This is not Shakespeare. Oh, it's U.S. history. My bad. Well, Blue 4 pays my price there. I know, I said Shakespeare. I'm an idiot. All right, I'm tired as hell right now, guys. My mind immediately went to the play Hamilton, but I do not want coffee right now. I don't want to put my body on a stimulant when it's sick. That's not a good signal there. Ivno moving around. You got Dowdox around him. Settler, who hates integrals, is also moving around back here. But numbers-wise, it looks like Blue 4 is actually able to bounce back. Despite losing 11 people early on, integrals goes down. Dowdox getting tapped by Ivno. Ivno can't seem to line up the finishing shot. And Dowdox gets the kill. He's a double tap Settler, though. But we need to see Op4 bounce back like that. We'll see Ivno in chat in a second, though. Holton trying to hold. That grenade blows him away. Now, can Pierce's squad hold for 10 minutes? Norris bandaging those bullets probably penetrated a bit. Settler woke up and killed Dowdox. Nope, Hyperion. I don't even think there's any mods that let you gear shift in Arma 3. Wow. Wow. Good throw. Of course, he doesn't know that. Blue 4's trying to throw him back. Five seconds for that remaining terminal. 9 minutes remaining, which in reality, actually no, overtime would be triggered if it gets touched, so Op4 has 9 minutes to stop Blue 4 from touching said terminal. Whew. Op4 have 3, 6, 7, 8 players remaining. Blue 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So an over 2-to-1 advantage right now. Can Op4 hold? Now, this is Delta for Op4, which means they do have the medium machine gunners, aka the PKPs. And they're going to be fighting rifle squads, but those PKPs and CQC are going to be doing work by having those high ammo capacities, and they're fighting infantry that have spent up a lot of their ammo in previous fighting. So now you see those machine guns going to work as Blue 4 tries to cross open areas. Do it. Unfortunately, he hit the tree square in the face. Op4 knew to throw grenades right now. Pierce coming up with a machine gun. Gets the kill, but takes some damage himself. 6.5 minutes remaining. This is the front line. There's not a lot of it, actually. There's only 5 Op4 players remaining. And Blue 4 coming in right now. I think Op4 is going to get overwhelmed, but it's going to be close. Either way. Blue 4 doing a wide flank right here. We need to see Olaf rush in to assist. Here's rushing down, gets the double tap. I get trying to get around though, but gotta be more aggressive. I do like Agent's position though. This is a great spot to both overwatch the terminal and around your position here. Oh, and like that, there were 4. Olaf though. Can't land a kill with the SVD, but at least he's going to harass the rear side of there. And we've got Vexen now pushing in with a vehicle. Both sides seem to be incredibly lost right now. Lurch could get a kill here. Though Pierce getting behind these 2 Blue 4 guys. It's only going to see a reaction from these 2 and Lurch. Oh, you guys are out in the open. Kermit, I think, just killed the recruit over there. 5 minutes, I think this is GG. Pierce finally gets spotted and it's engaged by Bluck. Tempest returns fire. Grenade. Oh, no. That's it. Kermit's going to get the touch after he pops it with a nade just to be safe. There it is. Olaf's in the back line. That's GG Blue 4. That could have gone either way. It was really messy in the beginning, but oof. Tough call. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up after this. I need to go probably take a nap because my brain is crashing. I am feeling better, though, but fatigue's a bitch. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Might be back at 8 o'clock tonight for a Warhammer 40k op on the ground. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one, and go operate operationally. I think we can rack it up, because there's no way they're going to give Olaf a chance, but